Kristin. So I promised this a long time ago. I thought I would go ahead and start it this week for you. And that is a shot of on my eyes of all of the Bare Minerals duos that I own. So the first one that I'm going to show you is the Epiphany. And this has two shadows, Aha and Foreshadow. Aha being the shimmery one, Foreshadow being the matte. It's a shot of them on my fingers. I love that Aha. It's just my, it's a gorgeous, it's like a goldeny, I hesitate to say taupe, but it is actually kind of like a goldeny taupe. So I'll show you it on my eyes. Okay, so here's what it looks like on my eyes. And that is simply Aha all over the lid and Foreshadow on the outside third, kind of just pulled in a little bit. I have some soft brown in the crease and Brulee up top. I used the black cocoa liner from Pixie underneath, and I smudged that out actually with that Aha, with the shimmery one, just for something different. In my lower lash line, I have this NYX Retractable Eyeliner in Silky Cashmere. And blush today is my Bare Minerals, the one in the shiny package, in the Adrenaline Rush. And on my lips today is Wink for Pink from Revlon. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Look 2 is with the duo called The Inspiration, which is kind of a pink. This is a real light pink. And then this is a burgundy-ish purple. It comes off a little more purple in my opinion. So what I did with this one was I put this color, which is Passion, all over my lid. And then I used the same color on a fluffy like 224 brush to really soften it out. And then to kind of make it a little bit glowy, I didn't use the transition color today. I just used this Muse color. And I also used Muse on the inner third-ish of my lash line. I took a different brown, like a wedge-ish kind of brown from one of the other palettes and pulled that down underneath just to give it a little something down there. Because if I had used this color underneath, I think it would have made me look sick, if you know what I mean. I would have pulled a little too red. So I have the Tarte Amazonian Black liner on my upper waterline and upper line. I'll zoom in and show you. Okay, so here's a look. And again, these looks aren't supposed to be spectacular. They're just supposed to show you the colors. Okay, and the rest of my face, very quickly, I have a Bare Minerals Loose Blush in Marvelous Mauve. Just looks like that. I don't want to open it because, as you know, that'll be a mess. And on my lips today, I have the IT Cosmetics that looks like this, but then makes its own color. It's called Je ne sais quoi. Love it. It's very moisturizing so far, but anyway, not a review on that. See you tomorrow. Okay, the third duo that I'm using today, or the third duo that I'm using, the one I'm using today, is in the Promise. And that has the color in Aspire and Vow. And Aspire is like a buttery yellow. And Vow is a pretty neutral brown, I have to say. Not too warm, not too cool. I'll show you in a minute, too. That's what they look like. I feel a lot of the duos that I have left are a light color and a brown. Not very exciting, my duos, so there you go. And today as a base on my eyes, I used the Milk, just because, and I don't do that a lot, but I really wanted that kind of buttery yellow to be a little bit brighter, so hopefully it is. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in. So here's the look I created with this duo. Okay, the other things that I have on my eyes today are the Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes in Plum. I have that smudged into my lash line and tight lined. I took that same, oh, obviously, I should tell you what I did. So I have, it's not too hard. I have Aspire all over the lid. And I have Vow. I used a MAC 224, so a really fluffy brush, and I put it into the crease. Then I used a 217 on the outer corner and just brought it in a little bit. I wanted to kind of give it the look of more than one color. I'm not sure it necessarily did that, but I didn't want to go straight into the crease with something this dark. I wanted it a little bit more sheared out than that. So, and I also took the same color just down underneath my lashes. And for blush today, I used the Bare Minerals blush in Perfect Rose. I just have decided if I'm going to do bare minerals on my eyes, might as well do it on my cheeks too. For lipstick today, I have the Neutrogena Color Stick in Soft Raspberry. So those are the looks. The next two, just kind of prepare yourselves. The next two looks will probably be very similar. Some of these were gifted to me, so understand that I'm not really purchasing everything that looks the same. But these are the next two that are coming, and they're kind of similar to this one. I feel like I need to warn you. I've never done this in one of my look kind of videos, but don't they all kind of look the same-ish? Well, I promised I would show you, and thus I'm going to show you. So, yeah, I will see you tomorrow. The next look is with the Escape Duo. So that has a really nice matte cream, and then a very cool brown that has a little bit of sheen to it, not a ton of sheen. This is what they look like. You can't really see the cream so much. So I will zoom you in and show you what that looks like on my eyes. Okay, here's the look on my eyes. One of the really nice things about a duo like this is that you can pair it with just about anything and, you know, and change it up. So it's a nice kind of basic that you can do something with. You could do a bolder lip with it or a little bit bolder eyeliner, which is what I did today. So I used this from Lash Line to Brow Bone, which is Daydream, and I used Wanderlust just in the outside corner and into the crease with a tapered blending brush. I used my, I will grab it and show you, my Sigma E45 or like a MAC 226, either brush works. I just kind of wanted that really kind of tapered point. And then I used my Stila Kajal in Sapphire, which is a really pretty navy blue. It's like that. I smudged that into my upper lash line and into my waterline. And to help that stay a little bit, because I don't find these to have the best staying power, I used this blue color from the Sonia Kashuk Jewel of an Eye palette, and I used that same shadow just by itself, just kind of brought down in my lower lash line. For blush today, I have the Lorac Soul, and then on my lips today, I have Boldly Bare by MAC, and then the Sonia Kashuk Sheer Pink Lust. My friend Vanessa sent this to me. All right, one more look. The final duo that I have to show you is in the Enlightenment, and it looks like this. It has two pretty much matte colors. The light one is Guru, and then this is Namaste. And I don't think you're going to be able to see Guru very well. It's right there. And then Namaste. Well, maybe. Maybe. So I have Guru all over the lid. And then Namaste I have on a MAC 224 brush just into the crease, just very, very, very lightly. I also took Namaste down underneath my lash line. So I'll zoom you in. Okay, so here's the look. Okay, on the rest of my face today, I have the Becca Blush. This was a gift to me actually from my friend Aggie from Ezra Blue. It's in Soft Touch and Songbird. I really enjoy this blush. It's like a burnt peach. I haven't worn it in quite some time, so I have that on. And on my lips now, because I forgot it before, I have the NYX Butter Gloss in Maple Blondie. So there are two duos that I did not put on my eyes and show you and look, and that is because they are no longer available. But I wanted to at least show you, swatches of them. So the first one is in the Nick of Time, and that has, it's a really warm, it's a really warm brown, almost burgundy, almost. And then and that's matte, and then kind of a shimmery cream color, and that's these two here. It's really dark and dreary out this morning, so I'm not sure how much that's going to affect colors. Looks like that. And I just wanted to show you in case you came across them on a blog sale or something like that. And the other one is in the 15 Minutes, and it has a light color called Page 6 and a burgundy shimmery color called Most Requested. So if I try to show you there. And there they are there. Okay, so very quickly, since so many of those were so similar in coloring, aside from the purple one, which is the inspiration, I swatched the other 4 on my hand at the same time for you. So these are the 2 colors. Let me see if you guys can see. All right, these are the 2 colors from the Enlightenment, the Escape, the Promise, and then the Epiphany. Enlightenment, Escape, Promise, Epiphany. Hands down, my favorite is the Epiphany, because I just love that color right there. But hopefully you guys can see, or you can pause and see the differences between those 3. I mean, they are similar, obviously, but since I have them, and I think that was kind of why you guys wanted to see that. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, you go ahead and leave them below. For foundation throughout the entire video, aside from yesterday, I was wearing the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation, either by itself or with a little bit of the Chanel Perfection Lumiere. Yesterday, I was wearing the Sephora Instant Radiation Foundation. And I think that's about it. Oh, for mascara throughout the entire video, I was wearing the Makeup Forever Lash Fiber Primer. I was wearing the Rouge Bunny Rouge Pure Obsidian, separated out by the Buxom Lash. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know that they ended up probably being a little more similar than you thought that they would be, but nonetheless, I promised it, and there it is. So I hope that you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!